What's going on, guys? It's Lucas, and in today's video I want to take procrastination and punch it in the mouth. Like literally, if you ever struggle with procrastination and you want to end it once and for all, this video is for you.
So I don't know when this whole get a job, 9 to 5, play it safe, think small, and hopefully someday retire with enough time to maybe chase my dreams became okay, but for people like you and me, it's not. I'm Lucas Rubix, and welcome to the coaching channel, where I continue my mission of setting human beings free.
Alright, welcome back. I am in what's called English Bay here in Vancouver. Monday, it's early, it's like 7:30 a.m., but I thought I'd go for a bike ride and just get centered, get focused. And this is something I try to do consistently every single morning because it's like the platform to help me spring into more action. But what I'm going to share with you, you can also use not just as like a morning routine, but at any time you feel yourself coming against or coming into that state of procrastination, of inaction, of not feeling like it, or of knowing you have to do something but not doing it. This video is going to be helpful for you. I'm going to be giving you 3 things today. And right before, I do want to say one more thing, is that for anything to happen, and you already know this, for anything to happen in life, if you want to move a rock, you have to physically push it. If you want to drink water, you have to physically go and collect it. And it's insane to think that something in life will happen if we don't actually take the action towards it. So I think it's fair to say that if we don't take action, we don't get a result. I'm all about alignment. We'll be talking about it in this video. I'm all about visualization and getting on paper and dreaming it and feeling it and getting into state. But without the actual actions, nothing happens. And this is a trap I see a lot of coaches, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people just in life fall into, is they plan to death. They get into alignment, they get into vibration, into frequency, into state, yet they still fail to take action. And this is really going to help you. So, number 1, instantly change your environment. I found that the most effective thing I can possibly do every time I fall into procrastination is I change my environment. That may mean leaving the house, coming to the beach. This is literally 10 minutes from my place. If you don't have a beach next to your place, you must have a park, or you must have a happy place, or you must have something somewhere. I used to do coffee shops in the early days, but if I was at home procrastinating and just not feeling like it, I would move my body and physically move it into another location, into a different environment. And that was always step 1. And I found that almost always it was an effective step, whether that was to actually just get moving and get into motion, or whether that was an actual different environment, because a lot of times just changing your environment will change your state. And if it's a desirable environment, if it's something that inspires you or gets you excited, you'll get into that action-taking state much quicker, or your state will just change, or you'll be more inspired to actually do something. Number 2, and this is a little bit more practical, is take a big step and move it into small steps. For example, this morning, let's just say, I have this video to shoot. If I fell into procrastination, which shooting video to me is just like breathing, because I've been doing this for so long that I don't have to script it or plan it. But back in the day, shooting video, I used to procrastinate. I made every excuse in the book, I always put it off, and hence I never produced video content, and hence my ideal clients or my message could never be put into the world, and hence I never got clients. So I used to procrastinate on video. And so I'd break it down. I could come to a location like this, get inspired, change my location, get more inspired to create. Remember, you're a creator, you're painting your life, you're creating your vision step by step. Then I take the big step of, oh my God, I gotta have a video out on YouTube, and I'd break it down into small steps. The final step is the actual uploading and SEO work. But if I break it down into the smallest of steps, it would be like, great, plan the title and plan 3 topics to talk about in the video. In the early days, I'd script that video out. Great, next step, go to my inspiring location and shoot it. I give myself 60 minutes. Nowadays, it's all one take, but it used to take me forever to get a video, and that's okay if it does. And then next step, editing, uploading, or finding someone to edit, to upload, to do the SEO, the thumbnail. You can break a huge step down into small steps. That also goes for, hey, I want to build a $100,000 a year coaching business. Beautiful. What are you doing about it? Let's break it down into small steps. That's a massive thing I do with clients, is here's your huge vision. Let's break it down into steps. The first 3 weeks of the Coaches University is literally all about taking your huge vision, breaking it down into small actionable steps. We help you through that, and then making sure we have a financial blueprint. Because making $100,000 can seem insane if you've never made that, or making $1 million if you've never made it. But if you could start breaking it down into products, into services, into how many you have to sell, it makes it real, it makes it tangible, and then we can take action and actually execute on it. And again, big step, overwhelming. Change your state, change your environment, change your state, break it down into small steps, and that becomes infinitely easier to actually execute on. And finally, do a little bit of a self-check-in, and I'm really going to call this alignment. Now, there's a few different things we can talk about, but I'm just going to really talk about two. Alignment with your business vision, with your business goals. Oftentimes, that 80-20 rule is applicable to every area of life, but if we're looking at your business, are we doing things that intrinsically, deep down inside, you know aren't aligned with your business? Because if that's the case, you ain't gonna do it, or you're not gonna do it well, or it's just not gonna produce the result you want because you're not gonna go all in on it. But we can also go a little bit deeper and make sure that we're actually aligned internally. I talk a lot about the conscious and subconscious alignment, right? The conscious being the goal setter and the subconscious being the goal getter. But that aside, we could just talk about alignment as to what is it you actually want. And if you're building a business, and I've experienced this, guilty as charged, but if you're building a business that just creates a trap, it creates a prison, and you feel like the grind and you have to work in it, and you're working with clients you don't want to work, and you're undercharging, and you're doing all the stuff you don't actually want to do, stop doing it. Or just check-in isn't aligned with the ultimate vision. Where's your business going? Where's your life going? And it is aligned with that. And if it's not, the chances of you actually doing it or doing it well or sticking with it and being consistent with it drastically drop to almost a non-existent level of existence because you're not going to do it. Now here's my next step and here's my actionable steps. Let me know in the comments if you're actually going to take action on this or if you have anything to add. It's time to do. If you're watching this and you know you're procrastinating a little bit, commit to changing your environment. Let me know where that's going to be and just commit to it to yourself. And break the big step into small steps. The bigger the step is, the more small steps you're going to have. Or the bigger the goal is, the more small steps you're going to have. And then just check in with yourself. Is this in alignment, truly in alignment? Or is it what they're telling you to do? The one thing we do with clients is we'll show the blueprint, but I love explaining the why. This is why this works. So you can create around it and you can paint, outside the lines a little bit so it's in alignment with you. There's not just one way to get clients, or one way to get leads, or one way to charge, or one way to build a program. I want to show you the blueprint for it so then you can fill in all the dots and fill in all the boxes, so to speak, with your own personality and make sure it's aligned for you. Anywho, that's that. Check out www.lucasrubix.com for absolutely anything else. We got some free masterclasses and a free video course, the Online Coaching Academy, if you want to build more and learn more about the systems behind a coaching business. Ultimately, lead generation, sales, and program delivery. Even if you're just starting, then you can take the masterclass on how to make your first $10,000 as an online coach. I go deep, so get ready to take notes. And if you want to go about 50,000 steps deeper, check out the Coaches University. It is a stay until you get paid coaching program. We work with you until you get paid, until you're making money. And in fact, we go deeper than that until you make $10,000 in sales. There's 2 live coaching calls a week. There's a monthly mastermind you'll have access to. There's a massive community of online coaches who are all committed to building a coaching business, and they're all doing some amazing things. So check out the Coaches University, www.lucasrubix.com. I'll leave the link around here somewhere. And with that said, I'm gonna go for a walk on the beach, and I'll talk to you soon.
So, I don't know when this whole get a job 9 to 5, play it safe, think small, and hopefully someday retire with enough time to maybe chase my dreams became okay, but for people like you and me, it's not. I'm Lucas Rubix, and welcome to the Coaching Channel, where I continue my mission of setting human beings free.